All right, let's give these timers a hero's round of applause. Taking one for the team today. There we go. Look at that spirit. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Blue Water Aquatic Center in the winter all levels meet. This afternoon, we welcome swimmers from Aquajets, Neptune Aquatics, Lifetime Swim, and Riptide. Now for the fine print. This meet is held under the
all right, folks, as you heard, this is the Riptide Winter All Levels Meet. Today we're going to have the Riptide Swim Team hosting the Aquajets, Lifetime Swim, and Neptune Aquatics.
Please utilize restrooms in the mezzanine.
We're looking forward to this one.
Adults, please note, locker rooms are for swimmers only. We respectfully ask for your cooperation in remaining quiet. I know. It's crazy, right?
We'll get started here in just a few minutes. Get a little housekeeping done here in the pool area.
Is prohibited at the start. Your officials today are not here. Now please remove your hats, rise and face the flag at the starting of the pool for our national anthem.
Teams, and the kids have really been looking forward to it. I apologize for the clock here. It looks like we're going to have some problems with the clock display. Let me see what I can do with that. The scoreboard, rather.
Event number 1, girls 9.
All right, well, we'll have to deal with the scoreboard as we do. First up is event number 1, girls 9 to 10, 100-yard freestyle. is Abigail Olson with Riptide. Lane 2, Evelyn Anderson with Riptide. Lane 3, Isla Grange with Riptide. Lane 4, Ella Erickson, Riptide. Lane 5, Izzy Rudser, Riptide. Lane 6, Thu Duong, Riptide. Lane 7, Rima Menon, Riptide. And lane 8, June Moore with Riptide. Here they come. All right, sorry about the internet here with so many people here. Apparently the internet is going to be a little sketchy today, and I apologize for that. But letting you know, coming in first is going to be lane 7. That's Rima Menon. Followed by lane 1, it looks like, with a soft touch. And that would be Abigail Olson. So we will have Riptide, Lifetime, and the Aquajets. Just waiting for folks here. All right, in Heat 2, we've got Araya Linsmeyer from Riptide. Lane 2, we've got Adela Owens from Lifetime. In lane 3, we've got Kayla Schroeder with Riptide. Lane 4, Olivia Rooney with Riptide. Lane It fell. It fell down the black cable.
Event number 2. Heat 4.
All right, folks, coming up next is Heat 4 of Event 1, Girls 9 to 10, 100-yard freestyle. Got a few technical difficulties today. I'm trying to work through them.
Lane 1 is Vivian from Riptide. Lane 2 is Helen from Riptide. Lane 3 is Aria from Riptide. Lane 4 is Alice from Riptide.
All right, in lane 1, we've got Vivi Acosta with Riptide. Lane 2, Helen Higginbotham with Riptide. Lane 3, Aria Leisinger with Riptide. Lane 4, Alice Gaffney with Riptide. Lane 5, Lauren Bach with Riptide. Lane 6, Ellie Sidaros with Riptide. Lane 7, Freya Simmering with Riptide. And lane 8, Lily Jones. Looks like Alice Gaffkey is in the lead here in lane 4. And she will finish first. Followed by lane 5. That's Lauren Bach from Riptide. And looks like third place will go to lane 6. Yep, lane 6 is Ellie Sedaros from Riptide.
Event number 2, boys 9 to 10, 100 yard freestyle.
Next up is event 2, boys 9 to 10, 100 yard freestyle. This will be a 2-heat event. In lane 3, William Zhang from Riptide. Lane 4, Ethan Thompson with Riptide. Lane 5, Zachary Johnson with Riptide.
Lane 3 is William from Riptide. Lane 4, Ethan from Riptide. Lane 5, Zachary. Riptide.
That's okay. It's okay. All right, we're getting set for heat number 2 now. Heat number 2 is a mixed event. In lane 1 is Mason Rice with Neptune. Lane 2 is Ben Johnson with Riptide. Lane 3, Nick DeLuca with Neptune. Lane 4, David DePrisco with the Aquajets. Lane 5, Will Kohler with Riptide. Lane 6, Lucas Carr with the Aquajets. Lane 7, Joe Howie with Riptide. And lane 8, Nicholas Siegler with Riptide. And this is heat 2 of 2 for this second event, the boys 9 to 10 100-yard freestyle. David DePrisco is leading the pack down to the other end of the pool as we speak. And if he can keep this up, he will probably come in first as he comes back to the finish. At this time, it looks like lane 6, Lucas Carr is in second, followed by lane 5, lane 5, Will Kohler. And yes, well, I think there was some soft touches here. Lane 4 did come in first. It was David DePrisco with the Aquajets. Next up is event 3, girls 11 to 12, 100-yard freestyle. There'll be only one heat. There's 5 heats in this one. I got 2 different sets of information, but there's 5 heats in this one. All right, in the water they go. Lane 1 is Zoe Tupy with Neptune. Lane 2 is Belle Weingard, Riptide. Lane 3, Kinsley Munson, Riptide. Lane 4, Natalie Elrob, Riptide. Lane 5, Joella Hahn, Riptide. Lane 6, Dia Shaw, Lifetime. Lane 7, Lucy Cameron with Neptune. Again, this is girls 11 to 12, 100-yard freestyle. As they come back to the start here for their first turn, lane 4, Natalie Elrab is in the lead, followed by lane 6, that's Daya Shaw. Lane 6 is starting to catch up to her. Daya's from Lifetime. It's showing here that Daya has no previous time, so this will be a first swim for her. As she starts to she is overtaking the leader in lane 4. So now the leader is Daya Shaw in lane 6 for Lifetime. Okay, coming in first. Again, we got some weird soft touches going on. So if you can see the scoreboard, it's not quite right. So we're going to try and get that fixed at our first break. I apologize for that. Next up is Heat 2 of Event 3, girls 11 to 12, 100-yard freestyle. All right, in lane 1, Danica Myers, Riptide. Lane 2, Maddie Carter, Riptide. Lane 3, Lily Crawford, Riptide. Lane 4, Sevilla Renato, Riptide. Lane 5, Rosie Small with Lifetime. Lane 6, Julia Westholder with Riptide. Lane 7, Harper Reeves with Aquajets. Lane 4, Mia Anderson with Riptide.
Lane 8, Mia with Riptide.
As they come back here, lane 4 and lane 8 are almost tied. Looks like lane 8's just a little bit ahead. Lane 8 is Mia Anderson with Riptide. Lane 4 is Sophia Renato with Riptide. And lane 8, Mia Renato with Riptide is in the lead. And now lane 8, Mia Anderson does have the lead for sure here, a commanding lead. She's with Riptide. Looks like second place is lane 6 at the moment with Julia Westholder from Riptide. Lane 8 will finish first. That's Mia Anderson, followed by lane 6. Lane 6 was Julia Westholder with Riptide. And third place goes to lane 4, Sophia Renato from Riptide.
Heat number 3.
All right, up next is heat number 3. That's heat 3, event 3, girls 11 to 12, 100-yard freestyle. In lane 1 is Susie Klumper with Riptide. Lane 2, Alice Tricka with Neptune. Lane 3, Chelsea Graw with Riptide. Lane 4, Jaylee Vanasek with Neptune. Lane 5, Allison Tobias with Neptune. Lane 6, Anna Splitzik with Riptide. Lane 7, Bella Steinhardt with Aquajets. And lane 8, Megan Sigler with Riptide. Pretty closely matched here as they come back. First turn does appear to be lane 2, I believe. Lane 2, as you recall, is Alice Tricka with Neptune. But they are very close still. Anything can happen as they go down to the other end of the pool. And it's going to be neck and neck here for first place. It's going to be between lane 2. Lane 2 will take it. That'll be Alice Tricka with Neptune. Second place goes to lane 7. That's Bella Steinhardt from Aquajets. And third place goes to lane 3. That's Chelsea McGraw from Riptide. Heat 4 is up next. Swimmers get set. In the water they go. In lane 1, Braylon Bjork with Riptide. In lane 2, Sophia Geronimus, Riptide. Lane 3, Kendall Hansen, Neptune. Lane 4, Emma Dirksen, Riptide. Lane 5, Devin Yender, Neptune. Lane 6, Brynja Bolstrom, Lifetime. Lane 7, Megan Rucci with Riptide. Lane 8, Hazel Bolton with Riptide. And this is very close all the way up and down so far, as you can tell. I think lane 4 has got maybe an arm's length lead. Lane 4 is Emma Dirksen from Riptide, but it's very, very close. Taking the turn first is lane 4. That's Emma Dirksen, followed by lane 5. That's Devin Yender from Neptune. And they're fighting here towards the finish. But if she can keep it up, Emma Dirksen in lane 4 will take first for Riptide. Second goes to lane 5, Devin Yender. Third place will go to, it says lane 3, that's Kendall Hansen.
Heat number 5.
All right, up next is heat number 5. Again, this is event 3, 11 to 12. 100-yard freestyle for the girls. In lane 1, Josie Jurek with Neptune. Lane 2, Nora Behrens with Riptide. Lane 3, Lily Peterson with Lifetime. Lane 4, Alyssa Bauer with Riptide. Lane 5, Savannah Kirchhoff, Riptide. Lane 6, Lily Schwant with Aquajets. Lane 7, Vivia Kohler with Riptide. And lane 8, Claire McKinley with Riptide.
Lane 7, Vivian for Riptide.
And it does, it's lane 3 and 4 turned at the exact same time. That's Lily Peterson from Lifetime in lane 3. Lane 4 is Alyssa Bauer and Riptide. And they are heading down to the other end of the pool. Again, neck and neck the whole way. Let's see how they turn. And it is a fight to the end here. It's going to be interesting. I believe lane 4 is a hair ahead, but who knows once we get there. I think lane 4 will take it. That's Alyssa Bauer, and she does take it. Alyssa Bauer with Riptide. Second place goes to lane 3. That's Lily Peterson. All right, folks, I apologize. Like I say, we're having some connection issues here with the internet, but hopefully we'll be able to get that going soon. All right, we seem to be back here. Again, the internet's been very sketchy today, so we're doing everything we can. All right, coming in first is lane 3. That's Ethan Luxinger with Neptune. Coming in second is lane 4, Mason Francis with Riptide. Coming in third is Alex Siegler with Riptide.
Heat number 2.
Next up is heat number 2 of the event 4, boys 11 to 12, 100-yard freestyle. In lane 1, Colin Anderson with Lifetime. Lane 2, Daniel Seitz with Riptide. Lane 3, Lucas Reese with Neptune. Lane 4, Kieran Sokoley with Riptide. Lane 5, Sam Patterson with Riptide. Lane 6, Ethan Wachowski, Riptide. Lane 7, Arogya Thapa, Riptide. Lane 7 is turned on the Jets. That's Arogya from Riptide. He is screaming down, taking over the pool. Second place right now looks to be lane 3. That would be Lucas Reese with Neptune. And Arogia will come in first here as he makes his way on the final half length of the pool. In lane 7, Arogia Thapa with Riptide will come in first, followed by lane 3. That will be Lucas Reese with Neptune. And lane 4 is a bit of a battle here between lanes 5 and 6. Let's see who takes it here. Oh, lane 5 takes it. That's Sam Patterson with Riptide. All right, next up is heat number 3 of event 4. That's boys 11 to 12, 100-yard freestyle. All right, we have a last-minute scratch in lane 1 here, but starting with lane 2, Ethan Fisher with Neptune. Lane 3, Ian Dochinek with Lifetime. Lane 4, Nikita Grinberg, Riptide. Lane 5, Eli Thoot with Riptide. Lane 6, Logan Wolf with Riptide. Lane 7, Tucker Case, Riptide. Lane 8, Tiani Wren with Aquajets. Lane 4 is leading the race at this time. That's Nikita Grinberg, commanding lead here as he heads down to the other end with Riptide. Lane 5, Emily with Riptide. Lane 6, Kate with Riptide. Lane 7, Nika with Riptide. Lane 8, Zoe with Riptide.
Lane 2, Olivia, Riptide. Lane 4, Vivian, Riptide. Lane 5, Sophie, Neptune. Lane 6, Isabel, Riptide. Lane 7, Eva, Neptune. Lane 8, Isabel, Riptide. Number 5. Lane 1, Claire from Riptide. Lane 2, Alexis from Neptune. Lane 3, Natalie from Riptide. Lane 5, Karen, Aquajet. Lane 6, Ashley from Neptune. Lane 7, Lila from Riptide. Lane 8, Isla from Riptide.
All right, folks, we have been having so many technical issues here today. It's unreal, and I apologize for that, but we're just going to keep trudging through if I have to connect using my own phone.
Heat number 6.
Next up is heat number 6 of event 5, girls 13 and over, 100-yard freestyle. In In lane 1, Ferris Gotti with Riptide. This is all Riptide. So Ferris Gotti, lane 1. Lily Sisson, lane 2. Molly Johnson, lane 3. Lane 4 is Megan Hutchins. Lane 5, Gwen Moore. Lane 6, Addison Pavick. Lane 7, Sarah Lindner. And lane 8, Catherine Bonneville. And lane 4, which is Megan Hutchins, is in the lead, but it is a very close race as they head back down to the other end of the pool. All right, folks. I have decided to take matters into my own hands here. Hopefully this will work. Not positive. But I am now using my cell phone to broadcast the rest of this meet. Let's see how long it lasts. Okay, 1-4, Pearson Crick with Riptide will come in first place. Followed by lane 3, that's Alex Sorum with Riptide. And lane 6, that's Aiden Fitch with Riptide. Next up will be Heat 2, Event 6, boys 13 and over, 100 yards. All right, lane 1, Lucas Aquajets. Lane 2, Parker with Lifetime. Lane 3, Carson with Riptide. Lane 4, Grant with Riptide. Lane 5, Mackenzie with Riptide. Lane 6, Sam with the Aquajets. Lane 8, Preston with Riptide. Again, this is Event 6, Heat 2 of the boys 13 and over, 100-yard freestyle. Okay, coming in first was lane 4, that's Grant with Riptide. Coming in second, lane 5, Mackenzie Schroeder with Riptide. And coming in third was lane 7, Wesley Cross, Lifetime.
Swimmers out of the water. Swimmers up.
All right, we're going to have the swimmers get out of the pool here for the next event. Next event will be Event 7, mixed 8 and under, 50-yard breaststroke. They're checking the Colorado system here, and because of all the soft touches, they're checking to make sure everything's connected properly. So we'll be back in just a minute here with the race, and hopefully won't be plagued by too many more issues here, but we'll do what we can. Listen, I appreciate everyone watching, and the kids sure do appreciate you watching, that's for sure. Oh, here we go. We're coming back. This is Event 7. Mixed 8 and under, 50-yard breaststroke. This will be mixed here between Neptune, Riptide, and the Aqua. All right, once again here, this is event 7, mixed 8 and under 50-yard breaststroke. Lane 3 is James Casterton with Neptune. Lane 4 is Lauren Colmy with Riptide. Lane 5 is Harrison Carr with the Aquajets. And lane 5 finished first. That's Harrison Carr with the Aquajets, followed by Lauren Colmy in lane 4 for Riptide. And third place will go to James Casterton for Neptune in lane 3. Next up is heat number 2. Heat 2, event 7, mixed 8 and under 50-yard breaststroke. Lane 1 is Lillian Breyer with Lifetime. Lane 2 is Ben Kohler with Riptide. Lane 3 is Elora Major with Riptide. Lane 4, Elizabeth Meyer with Riptide. Lane 5, Sana Roy with Riptide. Lane 6, Molly Engen with Riptide. Lane 7, Maddie Rutzer with Riptide. Elizabeth Meyer in lane 4 is in the lead, followed by lane 3. That's Elora Major, also from Riptide. Third place at this point is going to be lane 6. That's Molly Engen from Riptide. Coming in first place will be lane 4, Elizabeth Meyer from Riptide. Second place is lane 3, that's Elora Major. And third place is lane 6, Molly Engen. Coming up next will be the final heat of event 7. This is heat number 3 of the mixed 8 and under 50-yard breaststroke. Coming in first place will be lane 5. That's Emily McGraw. Second place goes to lane 4, Nicholas Reese. Third place goes to lane 3, Savannah Scrafford. All right, this is this is event number 1, heat number 1. This is girls 9 to 10 50-yard breaststroke. In lane 3, Rima Menon, Riptide. Lane 4, Abigail Olson, Riptide. Lane 5, Aditi Shamraj, Riptide. Lane 6, Madeline McMahon, Riptide. In the lead is lane 3, Rima Menon for Riptide, followed closely by lane 4, Abigail Olson with Riptide. The third place is going to be lane 5, Madeline McMahon. So finishing first was lane 3, Rima Menon. Second place was lane 4, Abigail Olson. Third place was lane 5, and that's Aditi Shamraj. Lane 6, Madeline McMahon will come in fourth position. Again, this is a 4-heat event. Next up is event number 2. Swimmers are set. In lane 1 is Thu Duong, and she's with Riptide. Lane 2 is Ella Erickson, Riptide. Lane 3, Burke O'Donnell, Riptide. Lane 4, June Moore with Riptide. Lane 5, Isla Grange with Riptide. Lane 6, Lily Jones, Aquajets. Lane 7, Emma Westrich, Lifetime, and lane 8, Addie Plone with Riptide. Again, this is event 8, girls 9 to 10, 50-yard breaststroke. This is heat 2. Lane 5 is in the lead currently. That's Isla Grange with Riptide. Followed very closely by lane 4. That's June Moore with Riptide. Lane 5 will take first place with a soft touch. That's Isla Grange, followed by lane 4. That's June Moore with Riptide. Third place went to lane 6. And that's Lily Jones from the Aquajets. Again, this is a 4-heat event. Next up will be heat number 3. We have a great turnout here today. I mean, we have a lot of parents and family members. We love to see that. This is what's been missing, I'll tell you. Great to see all this stuff back again. Next up is heat number 3 of the girls 9 to 10 50-yard breaststroke. This is a mixed heat of teams, rather. Into the water they go. Lane 1, Helen Higginbotham with Riptide. Lane 2, Layla Sheets, Riptide. Lane 3, Quinn Hatelli, Riptide. Lane 4, Addie Vitas, Riptide. Lane 5, Adela Owens, Lifetime. Lane 6, Eliza Grossen, Aquajets. Lane 7, JoJo Blondes with Riptide. Lane 8, Olivia Rooney with Riptide.
Lane 7, JoJo with Riptide. Lane 8, Olivia.
This is a neck-and-neck race between lanes 3, 4, and 5, with lane 3 just a hair in the lead. Lane 3 is Quinn Hatelli with Riptide. And looks like second place at the moment is probably going to be lane 5. That's Adele. All right, so we had some soft touches there. Quinn Hatelli took first in that, even though there was some soft touches there. We're still having technical issues, I think, with the touchpads there. We'll have to see what we can do at the break on that. Next up is heat number 4. This is the girls 9 to 10 50-yard breaststroke. Swimmers are on the blocks. Into the water they go. Lane 1, Grace Cross with Lifetime. Lane 2, Dalen Schmidt, Riptide. Lane 3, Aria Leisinger, Riptide. Lane 4, Jessica Yang, Riptide. Lane 5, Morgan Sims, Riptide. Lane 6, Ruby Dallin, Riptide. Lane 7, Aria Linsmeyer, Riptide. Lane 8, Ellie Sidaros, Riptide. And again, another tight race coming back here. It's hard to tell who's in the lead, but I think maybe lane 5. That's Morgan Sims. Let's see who touches first here. Lane 6 is also starting to make some strides. Lane 6 is Ruby Dallin. And I think lane 6, Ruby Dallin, is going to touch first. She does in lane 6, followed by lane 5, Morgan Sims with Riptide. And it says here lane 2 took third. That would be Dalen Schmidt with Riptide.
Event number 9, boys 9 and 10-year-old.
All right, up next is event number 9. This is boys 9 to 10 50-yard breaststroke. This is a 2-heat event. All right, lane 3, Jack Rasmussen with Riptide. Lane 4, Cole Callis, Riptide. Lane 5, Ashton Yender, Neptune. Lane 6, Ethan Thompson with Riptide. And lanes 4 and 5 are pretty close here. However, lane 5 took the turn first. Lane 5 is Ashton Yender with Neptune. Very closely followed by Cole Callis from Riptide in lane 4. And in third place at the moment is Jack Rasmussen in lane 3 for Riptide. Lane 5, Ashton Yender with Neptune will take first position, followed by lane 4 with a soft touch, Cole Callis for Riptide. Third place will go to Jack Rasmussen in lane 3 for Riptide. That will mean that the final fourth position will go to Ethan Thompson from Riptide in lane 6. Next up will be heat number 2. This will be our final heat of event 9, boys 9 to 10 50-yard breaststroke. All right, up next is heat number 2. Again, this is a mixed team heat. Swimmers are getting set, and into the water they go. In lane 1, Ben Johnson with Riptide. Lane 2, William Zhang with Riptide. Lane 3, Julian Stump, Lifetime. Lane 4, David DePrisco, Aquajets. Lane 5, Adam Schmeising, Neptune. Lane 6, Elliot Lesh with Riptide. Lane 7, Mason Reese, Neptune. Lane 8, Teddy Johnson, Lifetime. It does look like lane 5 will take first here if he can keep that pace up. That's Adam Schmessing with Neptune, followed by lane 4. In second position is David DePrisco with a soft touch. Lane 3 will take third place. That's Julian Stump from Lifetime. Next up is event 10. This is girls 11 to 12, 50-yard breaststroke. A lot of excited parents here. It's great to see. And excited swimmers, too.
$5 for 2. And a very Minnesotan passive-aggressive. Parents, you have to stay out of the locker rooms. You will be cleaning them if you're in there next. Hey! Event number 10, girls 11 to 12-year-old 50-yard breaststroke, heat number 1.
All right, we have a couple of last-minute scratches, I think, but I'm going to go with what I've got here. Lane 1, Bella Weigand with Riptide. Lane 3, Susie Klumper with Riptide. Lane 4, Hazel Bolton, Riptide. Lane 5, Josie Jurek, Neptune. Lane 6, Sydney DeMarco, Riptide. Lane 7, Kinsley Munson, Riptide. And lane 8, Joella Hahn, Riptide. In first place right now is lane 4. That's Hazel Bolton with Riptide. She will finish first. Second place is going to be a fight between lanes 3 and 4, but I think lane 4 will probably take it. Lane 4 is Hazel Bolton from Riptide. So Josie Jurek, came in first from Neptune in lane 5, followed by Hazel Bolton, and then Susie Klumper in lane 3. All right, heat number 2 is up. In lane 1, We've got Rosie Small with Lifetime. Lane 2, Maddie Carter with Riptide. Lane 3, Megan Rucci with Riptide. Lane 4, Erin O'Connell, Riptide. Lane 5, Kane Teasdale, Aquajets. Lane 6, Megan Siegler, Riptide. Lane 7, Danica Myers, Riptide. Lane 8, Lily Crawford with Riptide. And it is a fight for first place between lanes 3, 4, and 5. Lane 3 is Megan Rucci with Riptide. Lane 4 is Erin O'Connell with Riptide. And lane 5 is King Teasdale with Aquajets. Now lane 4 is pulling ahead. That's Erin O'Connor. And Erin will finish first in lane 4. All right, heat number 3.
Lane 3 is Addie from Neptune.
Lane 1, Annabelle Schultz, Riptide. Lane 2, Emmy Plone, Riptide. Lane 3, Addie Jensen, Neptune. Lane 4, Bella Steinert, Aquajets. Lane 5, Devin Yender, Neptune. Lane 6, Olive Sisson, Riptide. Lane 7, Jaylee Vanasek, Neptune. Lane 8, Kendall Hansen, Neptune. As they come back to the finish here, it does look like lane 5 will come in first. Lane 5 is Dalen Yender with Neptune. Second place goes to lane 4. That's Bella Steinhardt with the Aquajets. Third goes to lane 2. That's Emmy Plone for Riptide. Next up is heat number 4. Into the water they go. Lane 1, Madsen Carr with the Aquajets. Lane 2, Emmy Dietz, Riptide. Lane 3, Mia Barton, Riptide. Lane 4, Ava Gullickson, Riptide. Lane 5, Ellie Rakulski, Riptide. I'm sorry, Lifetime. Lane 6, Ava Veldman, Riptide. Lane 7, Bryn Palmer, Riptide. Lane 8, Bella Byans, Riptide.
Lane 8,
Looks like lane 6 is in first place here. That's Ava Veldman with Riptide. She will finish first, followed by lane 1, Madison Carr with Aquajets. And third position goes to lane 3. That's Mia Barton with Riptide. Next up is our final heat of event number 10. That's heat number 5 of the girls' 11 to 12 50-yard breaststroke. In lane 1, Emma Paul. Lane 2, Claire McKinley, both with Riptide. Lane 3, Lily Peterson with Lifetime. Lane 4, Madison McKinney, Riptide. Lane 5, Vivian Kohler, Riptide. Lane 6, Nora Behrens, Riptide. Lane 7, Alice Turkra, Neptune. Lane 8, Allison Tobias, Neptune. Lane 3 is in the lead at the moment. Lane 3 is Lily Peterson with Lifetime, but it is a very tight race. Anybody can win it, and it looks like lane 7 may be pulling ahead. Hard to tell here. We'll have to see who touches. It says lane 3 actually touched first. And so lane 3 was Lily Peterson with Lifetime. Second place went to lane 5. That's Vivian Kohler with Riptide. And third place went to lane 7. Lane 7 is Alice Tricka with Neptune. The swimmers, again, this is event 11, heat 1. This is an all Riptide heat. In lane 1, Aiden Coe. I'm sorry, lane 3 is Aiden Coe. Lane 4 is Quan Duan. And lane 5 is Carter Callis.
Lane 5, Carter Callis.
Lane 4.
Heat number 2.
Heat number 2 of event 11. Boys 11 to 12 50-yard breaststroke is next. Heat number 2 of 3. Swimmers are on the blocks, and into the water they go. Lane 1, Connor Brown, Riptide. Lane 2, Lucas Reese, Neptune. Lane 3, Crosby Woodward, Lifetime. Lane 4, Ivan Kircher, Riptide. Lane 5, Logan Wolf, Riptide. Lane 6, Colin Anderson, Lifetime. Lane 7, Ethan Watrowski, Riptide. Lane 8, Gus Green with Lifetime.
Lane 7, Ethan, Riptide. Lane 8.
This looks like a tight race between lanes 2, 4, and 5. Lane 2 is Lucas Reese. Lane 4 is Ivan Kircher, and lane 5 is Logan Wolf. They come back to the finish line here. Very hard to tell who's going to touch, but it's lane 5. That's Logan Wolf with Riptide. Lane 4 takes second position. That's Ivan Kircher with Riptide. And third place goes to lane 2, Lucas Reese from Neptune. Next up is heat number 3 of event 11, boys 11 to 12, 50-yard breaststroke. All right, swimmers are in the water. Lane 1 is Henry Guys with the Aqua Jets. Lane 2, Charlie Johnson, Riptide. Lane 3, Ethan Fisher, Neptune. Lane 4, Nikita Grinberg, Riptide. Lane 5, Lucas Jones, Aqua Jets. Lane 6, Eli Thuth, Riptide. Lane 7, Sam Patterson, Riptide. Lane 8, Tianyi Ren with the Aqua Jets. In lane 4, Nikita Grinberg has a commanding lead. Nikita swims for Riptide, and he will take first place in lane 4. Second and third place are going to be a fight all the way to the end, but it looks like lane 5, that's Lucas Jones with the Aqua Jets, will take second. Third will go to lane 2. Lane 2 is Charlie Johnson with Riptide.
Coaches, just a quick reminder that positive check-in is due by 3:30. Coaches, that's you. Positive check-in due by 3:30. Or you will be swimming for your swimmer.
Next up is event 12, girls 13 and over, 100-yard breaststroke. This is a 3-heat event. This is the first of 3. In lane 1, Ella Tweeden with the Aqua Jets. Lane 4, Emma Leonard, Riptide. Lane 5, Natalie DeGainer, Riptide. Pretty close race, however. I think Emma Leonard from Riptide in lane 4 is leading the pack down, followed very likely by Ella Tweeden from the Aqua Jets in lane 3. Let's see here. Definitely Emma Leonard in lane 4 from Riptide is going to come in first. Now lane 5, Natalie DeGainer in lane 5 from Riptide will come in second at this point, I should say. It's a 100-yard stroke, but if they keep this up, and it looks like they will, that is where they'll be. Emma Leonard in lane 4 has pretty good lead over everybody else. And Natalie DeGainer seems to have taken control of the second position in lane 5. All right. Here they come back to the beginning of the pool. Let's get a better look at that. And lane 4, Emma Leonard for Riptide will take first place, followed by lane 5, Natalie DeGainer for Riptide. And in third place will be Ella Tweeden with the Aqua Jets.
Heat number 2.
All right, next up is heat 2 of 3 of the girls 13 and over 100-yard breaststroke. Again, looks like we have some last-minute scratches here. Let's see what we got. Into the water they go. Lane 2 is Isla George with Riptide. Lane 3, Zoe Foss, Riptide. Lane 4, Macy Malinsky, Aquajets. Lane 5, Emmy Moser for Lifetime. Lane 6, Lauren Ho, Riptide. Lane 7, Isabella Gurman, Riptide. Lane 8, Samantha Nelson, Lifetime. It looks to me like a fight here between lanes 2 and 3 for first place at the moment. Isla George is in lane 2 for Riptide. Lane 4, who's fighting with her for that lead, is Macy Malinsky with the Aquajets. And then in third, it looks to me like Lauren Ho from Riptide over in lane 6. Let's see who takes the turn first at the end of the pool. All right, turning first is going to be Macy Malinsky in lane 4 for the Aquajets, followed by Isla George in lane 2 with Riptide. Lane 6, though, Lauren Ho with Riptide is starting to catch up and challenging Isla George for that second position. Let's see what happens here. Nope, that is how it'll finish. It is Macy Malinsky with the Aquajets in lane 4 will take 1. And Isla George actually should have taken the second position in lane 2, and third went to lane 6, Lauren Ho with Riptide. Next up is heat number 3. Again, we have some scratches here. There they go into the pool. Lane 1 is Katie Rucci. Lane 2, Carolyn DeLuca with Neptune. Lane 4 is Megan Hutchins with Riptide. And lane 5, Megan Engelert with the Aquajets. Lane 6, Molly Johnson, Riptide. Lane 7, Caroline Mulrooney, Riptide. Lane 8, Amy Birmingham, Riptide. Here they come back to this end of the pool. Very close here between lanes 4 and 6. Turning here. Although lane 4 did turn first. That's Megan Hutchins with Riptide. There's a lot of good swimmers in this one here. It's a lot of fun to watch. I'm trying to get you some information here. It does look like lane 4, Megan Hutchins, and lane 4 for Riptide. Ooh, is being challenged very closely by lane 6. Lane 6 takes it. Lane 6 is Molly Johnson with Riptide, followed by Megan Hutchins in lane 4. Third place goes to lane 7. That's Carolyn Mulrooney.
Then 13, boys 13 over 100-yard breaststroke, heat 1.
Next up is event 13, boys 13 and over, 100-yard breaststroke. This heat is an all Riptide heat.
This is an all Riptide event. Lane 3, Nolan. Lane 4.
Lane 3 is Nolan Luther with Riptide. Lane 4 is Aiden Fitch. And lane 5 is Cameron Peterson. Aiden Fitch in lane 4 is in the lead as we speak, followed by Nolan Luther in lane 3. And right now, third place is held by Cameron Peterson in lane 5. Aiden Fitch takes the turn first again at this starting end of the pool. They go down for another lap here. It does look like maybe there was... Lane 3 might have had an issue here with one of the officials. I saw a hand go up. Let's see what happens. Aiden Fitch has a commanding lead here as he turns to come back for the final swim here of this 100-yard breaststroke. So Aiden Fitch in lane 4 will take first position. Lane 3, Nolan Luther will take second, although again I saw a hand go up, not sure what happened there. And then in lane 5, Cameron Peterson will come in for the third place. All right, next up is heat number 2 of event 13, boys 13 and over 100-yard breaststroke. Folks, I'm not going to jinx myself and say that the internet's been getting better, so I won't say that, although you're probably proof that it is. Into the water they go. Lane 2 is Aiden Guys with the Aquajets. Lane 3 is Henry Watercott, lifetime. Lane 4, Wesley Cross, lifetime. Lane 5, Mackenzie Schroeder, Riptide. Lane 6, Carson Osendorf, Riptide. Lane 7, Hutton Newell with the Aquajets. As they come back here, it does look like a very close race between lanes 4 and 5, but 4 turns first. Again, in lane 4 is Wesley Cross with lifetime. Lane 5 was Mackenzie Schroeder with Riptide. They are fighting all the way down to the other end of the pool, but Wesley Cross from lifetime in lane 4 is holding on to his lead. By the way, in third place right now is lane 3. Lane 3 is Henry Watercott with lifetime. If they keep this pace up, that will be the finish, and it does appear that that is the case, although Wesley is starting to get challenged by Mackenzie in lane 5, but nope, that is what will happen. Lane 4, Wesley Cross from lifetime takes first. Lane 5, Mackenzie Schroeder from Riptide takes second. Lane 3, Henry Watercott from lifetime takes third.
Event 14, mixed 8 and under.
Next up is event 14, mixed 8 and under 50-yard butterfly. This is a one-heat event. Swimmers are on the blocks, taking their mark, and into the water they go. In lane 1, Harrison Carr, Aquajets. Lane 2, Lauren Calmy, Riptide. Lane 3, Gwyneth Herman, Riptide. Lane 4, Fiona Prill, Riptide. Lane 5, Emily Graw, Riptide. Lane 6, Elizabeth Meyer, Riptide. Lane 7, Caroline Casterton with Neptune. And lane 8, James Casterton, Neptune. Boy, that was a close one here. We got a soft touch in lane 5, but lane 4 and 5 finish at almost the same moment. Lane 4 is Fiona Prill with Riptide. Lane 5 is Emily Graw with Riptide. Next up is event 15, girls 9 to 10, 50-yard butterfly. This is heat 1 of 2. Again, this is event 15, girls 9 to 10, 50-yard butterfly. This is heat 1 of 2. All right, into the water they go. In lane 2, we have Kayla Schroeder, Riptide. Lane 3, Emma Westrich, lifetime. Lane 4, Grace Cross, lifetime. Lane 5, Freya Simmering, Riptide. Lane 6, Izzy Rudser, Riptide. Lane 7, Evie Reynolds, Riptide. As they come back, looks like lane 4, Grace Cross from Lifetime is leading the pack back. In second place, looks like lane 5, which is Freya Simmering from Riptide. And in third place, Looks like it's lane 3. And that is Emma Westrich with Lifetime. 4th place will go to lane 3. That's Emma West. I'm sorry, lane 3 will take 4th place. And that's Emma Westrich from Lifetime. Lane 3 was actually taken by Kayla Schroeder. All right. Next up will be heat number 2.
Heat number 2.
All right, into the water they go. Heat number 2 first, that's Abigail Gaffke with Riptide. Lane 5 finishes 2nd, Lauren Bach, Riptide. And lane 6, Mary DePrisco will take 3rd with the Aqua Jets. Next up is event 16, boys 9 to 10, 50-yard butterfly.
Boys 9 to 10, 50-yard butterfly, heat 1.
This is a 1-heat event. Swimmers are taking their mark. Oh, false start. Swimmer in lane 4 will have to get back up on the blocks. David DePrisco went a little bit early. Swimmers are going to get reset. And we'll get this all going. There they go. Now they're all in the water. Splash, they go. Lane 1 is Nick DeLuca, Neptune. Lane 2, Adam Schmeising, Neptune. Lane 3, Julian Stump, Lifetime. Lane 4, David DePrisco, Aquajets. Lane 5, Lucas Carr, Aquajets. Lane 6, Will Kohler, Riptide. Lane 7, Teddy Johnson, Lifetime. Lane 8, Nicholas Siegler, Riptide. Here they come back to the beginning end of the pool, and it does look like lane 4 is going to finish first. He has a soft touch on lane 4. That's David DePrisco with the Aquajets. Second place will be lane 5, Lucas Carr with the Aquajets. Third place will be lane 2. That's Adam Schmeising with Neptune. And all right, event 17, girls 11 to 12, 50-yard butterfly. This is heat 1 of 4. In lane 3 is Natalie Elrab, Riptide. Lane 4 is Bella Steinhardt, Aquajets. Lane 5, Dia Shaw with Lifetime. Lane 4, Bella Steinhardt with... All right. Coming in first was lane 1, Brynja Bolstrom with Lifetime in lane 1. Second was lane 5, that's Olive Sisson with Riptide. And in lane 4 was third place, Annabelle Schultz with Riptide. Next up is heat 3, event 17, girls 11 to 12, 50-yard butterfly. All right, into the water they go. Lane 1, Anna Spitzik, Riptide. Lane 2, Bryn Palmer, Riptide. Lane 3, Sophia Geronimus with Riptide. Lane 4, Ava Gullickson, Riptide. Lane 5, Erin Connell, Riptide. Lane 6, Chelsea Graw, Riptide. Lane 7, Rosie Small, Lifetime. Lane 8, Kendall Hansen with Neptune. Next up is heat number 4. Heat number 4 of event 17 has got lane 1, Emmy Dietz for Riptide. Lane 2, Iris Pavoni, Riptide. Lane 3, Lily Peterson, Lifetime. Lane 4, Alyssa Bauer, Riptide. Lane 5, Savannah Kirchhoff, Riptide. Lane 6, Madison Carr, Aquajets. Lane 7, Lily Schwant, Aquajets. Lane 8, Bella Blondes, Riptide. As they come back here to the finish line, lane 4 will finish first. That's Alyssa Bauer for Riptide. Second place goes to lane 3. That's Lily Peterson. Third place goes to lane 5. That's Savannah Kirchhoff with Riptide. Next up is event 18. This is boys 11 to 12 50-yard butterfly. This is a 2-heat event. This will be heat 1 of 2. Boys get set. Again, it looks like we've got maybe a swimmer missing.
Lane 1, Jacob.
Lane 1, Yakov Gozhetkak, Neptune. Lane 2, Aragya Thapa, Riptide. Lane 3, Ivan Kircher, Riptide. Lane 4, Crosby Woodward, Lifetime. Lane 5, Liam Johnson, Lifetime. Lane 6, Daniel Seitz, Riptide. Lane 7, Alex Siegler, Riptide. Heat number 2, our final heat of the event 18, boys 11 to 12 50-yard butterfly. All right, heat 2, we've got lane 1, Kieran Sokoli with Riptide. Lane 3, Gus Green, Lifetime. Lane 4, Micah DeBelts, Riptide. Lane 5, Ian Dochiniak with Lifetime. Lane 6, Henry Guys, Aquajets. Lane 7, Tucker Case with Riptide. Lane 8, Charlie Johnson, Riptide. Coming back and finishing first is lane 4. That is Micah DeBelts, and he's with Riptide, following with lane 3, second place. That will be Gus Green with Lifetime, and in third place is lane 5. That's Ian Dochiniak with Lifetime. Next up is event 19, girls 13 and over, 100-yard butterfly. This will be a heat, 3-heat event. This will be heat 1. Into the water they go. Lane 2 is Ella Tweeton. Lane 3 is Eden Wolf, the Riptide. Lane 4, Kayla Solheim, Neptune. Lane 5, Alona Delaney, Riptide. And lane 6 is Emma Leonard, Riptide. Looks like lane 4, Kayla Solheim with Neptune is leading the pack, followed by lane 5, Alona Delaney from Riptide. Lane 4, Kayla Solheim from Neptune will take first, followed by lane 5. That's Alona Delaney, Riptide. Lila Saltzman, Riptide. Lane 7, Vivian Lenson, Riptide. Lane 8, Ayla Kolak, Neptune. And Lila Sisson with Riptide will finish first in lane 4. Lane 5 finishes second. That's Sophie Bissick with Neptune. Lane 3 will finish third. That's Sarah Lindner with Riptide. Next up is heat number 3. Into the water they go. It's Riptide. Lane 5, Molly Johnson, Riptide. Lane 6, Addison Pavick, Riptide. Lane 7, Macy Malinsky, Aquajets. And lane 8, Ashley Miranda Lyman with Neptune.
Ashley Miranda, Neptune.
As they come back here, does appear that
Event number 20, boys 13 over 100-yard butterfly. Heat 1.
next up is event number 20, boys 13 and over 100-yard butterfly. This is a one-heat event. Into the water they go. Lane 3, Alex Sorum, Riptide. Lane 4, Grant Sealing, Riptide. Lane 4, Parker Larson, Lifetime. And lane 6, Preston Callan, Riptide.
Lane 6, Preston, Riptide.
All right, finishing first is Grant Sealing for Riptide in lane 4. Coming in second is going to be lane 5. That's Parker Larson with Lifetime. And it's a fight for the third position here, but I think lane 1 maybe? 1. This is mostly Riptide. This is heat 1, event 21, mixed 8 and under, 50-yard backstroke. Into the water they go. We have lane 1, Elodie Weatherman for Riptide. Lane 2, Maddie Rutzer, Riptide. Lane 3, Valerie Lindgren, Riptide. Lane 4, Clarabelle Worsham, Riptide. Lane 5, Ben Kohler, Riptide. Lane 6, Molly Engren, Riptide. And lane 7, Jolene Grover with Neptune.
Jolene, Neptune.
Finishing first is lane 4. I believe lane 4 touched first. That'd be Clarabelle Worsham, followed by lane 5, Ben Kohler, both with Riptide. And then third was lane 1, Elodie Weatherman with Riptide. Next up will be heat number 2. All right, heat number 2. We've got Savannah, Scrafford, Riptide. Lane 2, Caroline Casterton, Neptune. Lane 3, Emmy Graw, Riptide. Lane 4, Darren Schmidt, Riptide. Lane 5, Stella McCurdy, Riptide. Lane 6, Nicholas Reese, Riptide. Lane 7, Liliana Breyer, Lifetime. And lane 8, Santa Roy with Riptide. As they come back, looks like lane 4 is in the lead. That is Darren Schmidt with Riptide. And we do have a soft touch for lane 4 for Darren Schmidt for Riptide, followed by second place would be lane 5, Stella McCurdy, Riptide. Next up is event 22, girls 9 to 10, 50-yard backstroke. This is heat 1 of 5. I see some extra swimmers in the water here that I do not have names for, so I apologize for that. But what I do show is in lane 3, Rima Menon with Riptide. Lane 4 is June Moore.
Lane 6.
All right, again, some soft touches here. Scoreboard showing lane 4, which is June Moore, finishing first. Lane 5 second was Emmy Clava from the Aquajets. And again, I'm not sure who was in lane 6. Sorry about that. Girls 9 to 10, 50-yard backstroke. This is an all Riptide heat. All right, they started off. Heat 2 of event 22, girls 9 to 10, 50-yard backstroke, has lane 2, Abigail Olson. Lane 3, Ella Erickson. Lane 4, Izzy Rudser. Lane 5, Aditi Shamraj. Lane 6, Madeline McMahon. And lane 7, Thu Duan. As they make the turn and come back, let's see if we can get a preview as to who's going to finish first here. Between lane 2 and lane 6, I would say lane 6 is maybe going to come in first here. Let's see who touches, but it's very tight here. Lane 6 is Madeline McMahon, and she does touch first, followed by lane 2. That's Abigail Olson. And touching third is lane 5, Aditi Shamraj. Again, hard to tell with some of these soft touches. Into the water they go for heat 3. Lane 1 is Layla Sheets, Riptide. Lane 2 is Isla Grange, Riptide. Lane 3 is Finley Reeves, Aquajets. Lane 4, Jessica Yang, Riptide. Lane 5, Addie Vitas, Riptide. Lane 6, Evie Reynolds, Riptide. Lane 7, Araya Linsmeyer, Riptide. Lane 8, Evelyn Anderson, Riptide. Again, this is the event 22 girls 9 to 10 50-yard backstroke. Finishing first is lane 4. Lane 4 is Jessica Yang. And then a whole bunch of people coming in second, third, and fourth as they soft touch. All right, heat number 4 is up next. At the break, they're going to take a look at the touchpads to make sure that everything's working okay. Missing a swimmer in lane 3. All right, here we go. Lane 1, Grace Bierling with Lifetime. Lane 2, Aria Leisinger, Riptide. Lane 4, Nicole Cambry, Riptide. Lane 5, Vivi Acosta, Riptide. Lane 6, Quinn Hatelli, Riptide. Lane 7, Jojo Blondes, Riptide. Lane 8, Olivia Rooney, Riptide. It is a fight for first place here between lanes 2 and 4. Lane 2 is Aria Leisinger, Riptide. And lane 4 is Nicole McCambry. Lane 2, Aria Leisinger comes in first, followed by lane 4, Nicole McCambry, both with Riptide. And third place will be lane 6, that's Quinn Hatelli with Riptide. Next up is heat number 5, our final heat in event 22. Splash they go. Lane 1, Graceland Betts for Neptune. Lane 2, Ellie Sidaros, Riptide. Lane 3, Mary DePrisco, Aquajets. Lane 4, Lauren Bach, Riptide. Lane 5, Alice Gaffke, Riptide. Lane 6, Freya Simmering, Riptide. Lane 7, Ruby Dowling, Riptide. Lane 8, Helen Higginbotham, Riptide. As they make their way back, it's a fight here between lanes 4 and 5 to touch. Looks like lane 4 touches first. That's Lauren Bach with Riptide. Lane 5 is second. That's Alice Gaffke with Riptide. Coming in third. All right, heat 1 of event 23, boys 9 to 10, 50-yard backstroke. We've got all right, up next is heat number 2 of event 23, boys 9 to 10, 50-yard backstroke. One, Ben Johnson. Finishing first is lane 4. That's Adam Schmeising, Neptune. Finishing second is lane 5. That's Lucas Carr with the Aquajets. And third place will go to lane 6, Julian Stemp with Lifetime. Up next is event 24.
Event 24, girls 11
Event 24 is girls 11 to 12, 50-yard backstroke. This is a 5-heat event. This will be heat number 1. This is a mostly Riptide event. I'm sorry, heat rather. Lane 1 is Lucy Cameron with Neptune. The rest are with Riptide. Lane 2 is Natalie Elrahab. El-Rahab, rather. 3 is Joella Hahn. 4 is Mia Anderson. 5 is Belle Wygand. 6 is Kinsley Munson. 7 is Sydney DeMarco. Sorry, we're dealing with some more technical issues, if that's hard for you to believe. As they come back to the finish line, does look like lane 4, Mia Anderson from Riptide, will touch first. I believe lane 6 will touch second. Lane 6 is Kinsley Munson. And lane 5 will touch third. That's Belle Wygant with Riptide. Into the water they go. Lane 1, Zoe for Neptune. Lane 2, Lily for Riptide. Lane 3, Julia Riptide. Lane 4, Jaylee Neptune. Lane 5, Maddie with Riptide. Lane 6, Danica Riptide. Lane 7, Kane with Aquajets. Lane 8, Harper with the Aquajets. They are really coming in here neck and neck, although it does look like lane 7 may have the advantage. Let's take a look here as they come back to the finish. Lane 7 is Kane Teasdale with the Aquajets. She will touch first, followed by lane 3. Lane 3 is Julia Westholder with Riptide. And in third place is lane 4. That's Jaylee Vanisek with Neptune. Next up will be heat number 3.
Number 3. Let's go, Alex!
Swimmers get set. All right, there they go. In lane 1, Alice Turca with Neptune. Lane 2. Boy, this is a tight one, folks. As they come back to touch, this is a photo finish. Lane 1 will take first place. That's Alice Turca for Neptune. Looks like there must have been a lot of... Boy, that was tight. Lane 6 will take second place. Lane 6 was Hazel Bolton. And third place will go to lane 4, Chelsea Graw with Riptide. Next up is heat number 4. All right, heat number 4 starts with Anna Spitzik from Riptide in lane 1. Josie Jurek, lane 2, Neptune. Lane 3 is Emma Dirksen, Riptide. Lane 4, Ava Gullickson, Riptide. Lane 5, Ava Veldman, 4, Ava Gullickson with Riptide. And third place went to lane 2, Josie Jurek with Neptune. Next up is heat number 5, our final heat of event 24, girls 11 to 12, 50-yard backstroke. So again, the first place went to Madison McKinney in that one. I'm sorry, went to Ava Veldman. All right, in the water they go here. Lane 1, Iris Polvoni, Riptide. Lane 2, Claire McKinley, Riptide. Lane 3, Nora Behrens, Riptide. Lane 4, Alyssa Bauer, Riptide. Lane 5, Madison McKinney, Riptide. Lane 6, Madison Carr, Aquajets. Lane 7, Emma Paul, Riptide. Lane 8, Vivian Kohler, Riptide. As they come back, looks like lane 4 will touch first. That's Alyssa Bauer with Riptide, followed by lane 3. That's Nora Behrens with Riptide. And lane 3 was third place was lane 1, Iris Polvoni for Riptide. Next up is event 25. This is boys 11 to 12, 50-yard backstroke. This will be a 3-heat event. This will be heat 1. Lane 3, Carter Callis, Riptide. Lane 4, Arugya Thapa, Riptide. Lane 4, Ethan Luxinger for Neptune.
Arugya, Riptide, lane 5, Ethan, Neptune.
Arugya in lane 4 is dominating this race as he comes back, and he will be the first one to touch for first place. And it is a bit of a fight in the back end here for second place. I do think that in lane 5, though, Ethan Luxinger looks like from Neptune Looks like maybe he's ahead. He is. He will touch second, followed by lane 3, Carter Callis for Riptide in lane 3. Next up is heat number 2.
Heat number 2.
Lucas Reese with Neptune. As they come back, it looks like lane 5 is in the lead. Lane 5 is Ethan Witrowski with Riptide. Going to be a tight race here. Yep, lane 5, Ethan Witrowski will touch first with Riptide. Second will be lane 8, that's Lucas Reese with Neptune. Third will be lane 4, that's Liam Johnson with Lifetime. Next up will be heat number 3 of event 25, boys 11 to 12, 50-yard backstroke. Riptide. Lane 6, Lucas Jones, Aquajets. Lane 7, Sam Patterson, Riptide. Lane 8, Daniel Seitz, Riptide. Micah DeBelts in lane 4 is leading the pack down. He will finish first, followed by lane 5. Lane 5 is Eli Thuft with Riptide. Lane 3 will finish third. That's Logan Wolf with Riptide. Next up is event 26. This is girls 13 and over, 100-yard backstroke. This is a 4-heat event, starting with heat 1 of 4. It's a good place to start. In lane 1, Manrub Carr from Lifetime. Lane 2, Brooklyn Stitcha with Neptune. Lane 3, Natalie DeGainer, Riptide. Lane 4, Ilona Delaney, Riptide. Lane 5, Emma Leonard, Riptide. Lane 6, Zoe Faust, Riptide. Lane 7, Ella Tweeden, Aquajets. And lane 8, Nino Cifuentes, Neptune.
Lane 8, Nino.
Lane 4, Ilona Delaney from Riptide is in the lead as we speak as they come back here. Very closely followed, though, by lane 2. Lane 2 is Brooklyn Stitcha from Neptune. They make the turn, and still holding that lead is Ilona Delaney in lane 4. Closely followed, though, by lane 2, Brooklyn Stitcha. Lane 5 looks like Emma Leonard from Riptide is in third place as they head back towards the other end of the pool. Making the turn first to come home. Very close is lane 4. That's Ilona Delaney from Riptide. Right behind her is Brooklyn Stitcha from Neptune in lane 2. It'll be a fight for first place, but I believe Ilona can hold this. Ilona does touch first in lane 4 with a soft touch, followed by lane 2, Brooklyn Stitcha. Third place will go to lane 5, Emma Leonard from Riptide. Next up is heat 2 of event 26, girls 13 and over, 100-yard backstroke. Girls get set in the water. Dolheim, Neptune. Lane 8, Ava Fortier, Riptide.
Lane 6, Mika, Riptide. Lane 7, Kayla, Neptune.
Leading the pack back is Josephine Doe for Riptide. In lane 4. Very closely behind is lane 5. Looks like lane 3 rather. Katie Root. Lane 3, Katie Rucci has taken over the lead with lane 4, Josephina Doe in second place now. Katie Rucci touches first in lane 3 for Riptide, followed by lane 4, Josephine Doe in second place. Third place will be lane 8, Ava Fortier with Riptide. Congratulations, Katie Rucci. Next up, heat number 3. Girls get into the water here for heat 3.
George, lane 7. Grace, lane 8.
Leading the pack here is lane 4, Amy Birmingham. Second place is kind of a fight between lane 2 and lane 7. Lane 2 is Lily Sisson. Lane 7 is Isla George. Amy Birmingham in lane 4, though, however, is still leading the pack. She does make the turn first on her way back to the finish line. Lane 4, Amy Birmingham will finish first. It's very, very tight for second here. Second looks like it's going to be lane 7, Isla George, followed by third, which is lane 2 with Neptune. Lane 3, Claire Kinseth with Riptide. Lane 4, Megan Engelbert, Aquajets, Engelert. Lane 5, Catherine Bonneville, Riptide. Lane 6, Ferris Gotti, Riptide. Lane 7, Amani Everett, Riptide. Lane 8, Carolyn. Lane 6 appears to be in the lead. That's Ferris Gotti with Riptide. Very close behind Ferris in lane 3 is Claire Kinseth with Riptide. Coming to the finish, finishing first is lane 5, that's Catherine Bonneville for Riptide. Second place goes to lane 3, that's Claire Kinseth. And third goes to lane 6, that's Ferris Gotti, Riptide.
Event 27, boys 13 and over 100 air backstroke.
Next up is event 27. This is boys 7, Evan Binkley.
Lane 4, Alex, Riptide. Lane 5, Cameron P, Riptide. Lane 6, Cameron A, Riptide. Lane 7.
In the lead is lane 4. That's Alex Sorum. Again, this is an all Riptide heat. Second place is going to go to lane 3, Aiden Fitch. At this moment, holding that position, I should say, not taking it. And third position is being fought for right now. But I think it's, at this time, I believe it is lane 6 in third place. We'll see what happens here. At the final turn, lane 4, Alex Sorum is in the lead, closely followed by lane 5, Cameron Peterson. Third place is going to be a fight. We'll have to see who finishes first. Alex Sorum in lane 4 finishes first, followed by lane 5, Cameron Peterson, second place. Third place will be lane 3. That's Aiden Fitch. Fourth place will be lane 2. That's going to be Nolan Luther. Next up will be heat number 2 of boys event 27, 13 and over, 100-yard backstroke.
Heat 2.
Lane 1, Preston Callan, Riptide. Lane 2, Hutton Newell, Aquajets. Lane 3, Mackenzie Schroeder, Riptide. Lane 4, Sam Schwant, Aquajets. Lane 5, Carson Osendorf, Riptide. Lane 6, Pearson Crike, Riptide. Lane 7, Lucas Melrose, Aquajets. Lane 8, Henry Watercott, Lifetime.
Lane 8, Henry, Lifetime.
It's pretty tight here for first place between Lane 9 and Lane 3. No, looks like, okay, coming to the finish line. Let's see. Finishing first will be Sam Schwant in Lane 4 for the Aquajets. Second will be Lane 5, Carson Osendorf for Riptide. Third will go to Lane 3, Mackenzie Schroeder. Next up is event 28, mixed 8 and under 50-yard freestyle.
Heat number 1.
This is heat 1 of 3. This will be a quick one. Couple of swimmers with no time, so it'll be their first swim. Oh, we must have a scratch. We only have 2 swimmers. We have lanes 3 and 4. So lane 3 is Elodie Weatherman with Riptide. Lane 4 is Maddie Rutzer with Riptide. Elodie Weatherman in lane 3 will take first place, followed by Maddie Rutzer in lane 4. Elodie takes first place with a 54.64 for her first swim. I'm sorry, take that back. That was Maddie's time.
Heat number 2.
Heat number 2 in event 28, mixed 8 and under 50-yard freestyle. Lane 1, Valerie Lindgren with Riptide. Lane 2, James Casterton, Neptune. Lane 3, Harrison Carr, Aquajets. Lane 4, Liliana Breyer with Lifetime. Lane 5, Molly Ingen with Riptide. Lane 6, Lauren Calmy with Riptide. Lane 7, Elora Major with Riptide. It looks like lane 7, which is Elora Major with Riptide, is leading the pack here, closely followed by lane 3. That's Harrison Carr for the Aquajets. Elora Major in lane 7 for Riptide will take first place, followed by lane 3 with a soft touch, which was Harrison Carr, followed by lane 4, Liliana Breyer. Next up is heat number 3 of event 28. This is the mixed 8 and under 50-yard freestyle.
Heat number 3.
Swimmers are set. All right, in lane 1, Clarabelle Worsham, she's with Riptide. Lane 2, Caroline Casterton, Neptune. Lane 3, Elizabeth Meyer, Riptide. Lane 4, Fiona Prill, Riptide. Lane 5, Gwyneth Herman, Riptide. Lane 6, Stella McCurdy, Riptide. And lane 8, Ben Kohler with Riptide.
Lane 8, Ben.
Fiona Prill in lane 4 is leading the pack here. Very closely followed by Gwyneth Herman in lane 5. Fiona Prill soft touches with first place in lane 4, followed by Gwyneth Herman in lane 5. And lane 6, Stella McCurdy, all with Riptide, is in third place. Next up, event 29. Girls 9 to 10, 50-yard freestyle. This is a 3-heat event. This will be heat number 1. This will be an all Riptide heat. Lane 1, Thu Duong, Riptide. Lane 2, Abigail Olson. Lane 4, Aditi Shamraj. Lane 5, Madeline McMahon. Lane 6, Rima Menon.
Lane 5, Madeline Riptide. Lane 6, Rima Riptide.
Lane 6 is in the lead. Lane 6 is Rima Menon. I'm seeing an extra swimmer here in lane 7. I'm sorry, I don't know who that is. We'll call that swimmer Mike O'Keefe. So first place was, it says Abigail Olson, but it really was lane 6. Rima Menon, followed by lane 3, Abigail Olson. And lane 4 comes in third. That's Aditi Shamraj. Next up is heat number 2 of 3. Again, this is event 29, girls 9 to 10, 50-yard freestyle. Into the water they go. Lane 1, Addie Vitas with Riptide. Lane 2, Emmy Clava, Aquajets. Lane 4, Adela Owens, Lifetime. Lane 4, Kayla Schroeder, Riptide. Lane 5, Finley Reeves, Aquajets. Lane 6, Evla Enderson, Riptide. Yeah. Heat number 3, this will be the final heat of event 29, girls 9 to 10, 50-yard freestyle. In lane 1 is Grace Bierling, Lifetime. Lane 2, Grace Cross, Lifetime. Lane 3, Mary DePrisco, Aquajets. Lane 4, Morgan Sims, Riptide. Lane 5, Dalen Schmidt, Riptide. Lane 6, Graceland Betts, Neptune. Lane 7, Lily Jones, Aquajets. And lane 8, Emma Westrick, Lifetime. As they make their way back here, very, very tight race. We'll have to wait to see. It's a photo finish. Lane 4 and 5 touched at almost the same time. Looks like lane 5 took first, followed by lane 4. Lane 5 was Dalen Schmidt. Lane 4 was Morgan Sims. And lane 3, Mary DePrisco took third. Next up is event 30. Event 30 is boys 9 to 10, 50-yard freestyle. There will be 2 heats in this event. This is an all Riptide heat. Into the water they go, splash. Lane 3 is Cole Callis. Lane 4, Jack Rasmussen. Lane 5, Zachary Johnson.
Lane 5, Zachary Johnson.
Jack Rasmussen has a commanding lead in lane 4 as he takes a turn and heads on back. Second place is going to be Cole Callis in lane 3. And third place right now is Zachary Johnson in lane 4. Finishing first will be Jack Rasmussen in lane 4 with a soft touch. Second place is going to be lane 3, Cole Callis. And third place will be Zachary Johnson. Next up is heat 2.
Number 2.
In the water they go. Lane 1, Ethan Thompson, Riptide. Lane 2, Ashton Yender, Neptune. Lane 3, Joe Howie, Riptide. Lane 4, Adam Schmeising, Neptune. Lane 5, Elliot Lesh, Riptide. Lane 6, Teddy Johnson, Lifetime. Lane 7, Mason Reese, that's Neptune. And lane 8, Nicholas Siegler, Riptide. As they make their way back, lane 4 will take first. That's Adam Schmeising with Neptune. Second place is going to go to lane 5. That's Elliot Lesh for Riptide. Third place will go to lane 6. That'll be Teddy Johnson from Lifetime. I have 2 swimmers in the water for event 31, heat 1. So they are in lanes 5 and 6. So we have several scratches here. Which is Dia Shaw will finish first, followed by Ellie of Lifetime in lane 5. Next up, lane 1, Brent. Finishing first will be Alice Turca with Neptune in lane 4, followed by lane 5, Bella Blondes with Riptide, and lane 3 will take third place, Aaron O'Connell with Riptide. Next up is heat number 3 of event 31, girls 11 to 12, 50-yard freestyle. In lane 1, Annabelle Schultz, Riptide. Lane 2, Braylon Bjork, Riptide. Lane 3, Olive Sisson, Riptide. Lane 4, Devin Yender, Neptune. Lane 5, and third was lane 6, Emmy Plone with Riptide. Next up is heat number 4, our final heat. Lane 1, Emma Paul, Riptide. Lane 2, Emma Dirksen, Riptide. Lane 3, Lily Schwant, Aquajets. Lane 4, Lily Peterson, Lifetime. Lane 5, Savannah Kirchhoff, Riptide. Lane 6, Josie Jurek, Neptune. Lane 7, Mia Barton, Riptide. Lane 8, Emmy Dietz, Riptide. Finishing first is lane 4, Lily Peterson with Lifetime. Second goes to lane 5, Savannah Kirchhoff, Riptide. Third goes to lane 6, Josie Jurek, Neptune. Next up is event 32, boys 11 to 12, 50-yard freestyle. This will be a 3-heat event, heat number 1. Into the water they go. Lane 2 is Quan Duong, Riptide. Lane 3, Yakovs Vesepka, Neptune. Lane 4, Aiden Coe, Riptide. Lane 5, Alex Siegler, Riptide. Lane 6, Carter Callis with Riptide. Lane 7, Ethan Luxinger, Neptune. It's a very close race for first here between lane 4, 5, and 7. Lane 4 is Aiden Coe with Riptide. 5 is Alex Sigler with Riptide. 7 is Ethan Luxinger with Neptune. Finishing first was lane 4, Aiden Coe. Lane 5, Alex Sigler with Riptide finished second. Lane 7 finished third. That was Ethan Luxinger with Neptune. Next up is heat 2. Lane 1, Colin Anderson with Lifetime. Lane 2, Lucas Reese with Neptune. Lane 3, Liam Johnson, Lifetime. Lane 4, Ivan Kircher, Riptide. Lane 5, Crosby Woodward, Lifetime. Lane 6, Daniel Seitz, Riptide. Lane 7, Tianyi Ren, Aquajets. And lane 8, Mason Francis with Riptide. Lane 4, Ivan Kircher will take first place, followed by lane 2, that's Lucas Reese with Riptide, with Neptune. Lane 7 will take third. Lane 7 was Tianyi Ren from Aquajets. Next up is Heat 3, our final heat of event 32, boys 11 to 12, 50-yard freestyle. Into the water they go. Lane 1, Charlie Johnson, Riptide. Lane 2, Lucas Jones, Aquajets. We'll go to lane 3, that's Tucker Case, Riptide. Next up is event 33. This is girls 13 and over, 50-yard freestyle. This is heat 1 of 5. Okay, a little late start here for one of our swimmers. Lane number 3 is Rachel Rather for Lifetime. Lane 4, Manrup Kaur, Lifetime. And in lane 5, Nino Cifuentes with Neptune. In the lead for first place is going to be Manrup Kaur in lane 4 for Lifetime, followed by lane 5, Nino Cifuentes with Neptune. In third place is Rachel Rather, lane 3. Crowd is cheering her on here as she makes it back to the finish line. Great. Next up is heat number 2 of event 33, girls 13 and over, 50-yard freestyle.
Number 2.
Swimmers are getting positioned. Lane 2 will take first position. Lane 2 was Samantha Nelson with Lifetime. First place is tied with lane 5. That's Ava Fortier with Riptide. And lane 3 will come in third. Lane 3 is Emily Samsel with Riptide. So lanes 2 and 5 tied for first. Lane 2 was Samantha Nelson with Lifetime. Next up is heat 3. Heat 3, lane 1. Here's heat number 4 of event 33. Lane 1, Sophia Bisick, Neptune. Lane 2, Sydney Sadlack, Riptide. Lane 3, Olivia Howie, Riptide. Lane 4, Maddie Lindgren, Riptide. Lane 5, Addison Pavick, Riptide. Lane 6, Ashley Lyman, Neptune. Lane 7, Isabel Rosenberg, Riptide. Lane 8, Isabel Scrafford, Riptide. Coming back to the finish line, finishing first, lane 5, Addison Pavick, Riptide. Second place goes to lane 6, Ashley Lyman, Neptune. And third place goes to lane 1, Sophie Bisick, Neptune. Lane 7, Amy Birmingham, Riptide. Lane 8, Claire Kinseth, Riptide. Finishing first, lane 4, Molly Johnson, Riptide. Lane 3, Sarah Lindner will come in second, and third place will go to lane 1, Madeline Byrne. Next up is event 34. This is boys 13 and over 50-yard freestyle. This will be heat 1 of 2. Lane 3, Connor Fish, Riptide. Lane 4, Eben Binkley, Riptide. Lane 4, Nolan Luther, Riptide. Turning first at the other end of the pool was lane 4, Eben Binkley, closely followed by Nolan Luther in lane 5. And third place right now goes to Connor Fish in lane 3. And that will be the order they finish. Lane 4, Eben Binkley. Lane 5, Nolan Luther. And third place will go to Connor Fish. Next up is heat 2. Into the water they go. Lane 1, Pearson Crick, Riptide. Lane 2, Carson Osendorf, Riptide. Lane 3, Sam Schwant, Aquajets. Lane 4, Grant Sealing, Riptide. Lane 5, Henry Watercott, Lifetime. Lane 6, Parker Larson, Lifetime. Lane 7, Hutton Newell, Aquajets. Lane 8, Cameron Anderson, Riptide. Finishing first is lane 4, Grant Sealing, Riptide, followed by lane 5, Henry Watercott with Lifetime. And third place goes to lane 3, Sam Schwant, Aquajets. Next up is event 35. This is mixed 8 and under 100-yard IM. This will be a 2-heat event. Should have 3 swimmers on deck here, and it looks like we do. This looks like it's going to be a first swim for all 3 of our swimmers here, as none of them have times going into this heat. Taking a slight pause here. All right, swimmers are now getting set. Into the water they go. Lane 3 is Carolyn Casterton with Neptune. Lane 4, Stella McCurdy with Riptide. Lane 5, Elora Major with Riptide. Leading the pack is Elora Major with Riptide in lane 5, closely followed by Stella McCurdy from Riptide in lane 4. Turning first at the other end of the pool was Elora Major in lane 5. In second place is still Stella McCurdy, lane 4. And in third place right now is Carolyn Casterton of Neptune in lane 3. Elora Major continues her lead with the breaststroke as she heads down to the other end of the pool in lane 5. At this pace, I'm going to guess that Elora Major will take the turn first at the other end of the pool here, followed by Stella McCurdy in lane 4. And then following in third place is Carolyn Casterton with Neptune in lane 3. Elora Major will finish first here in lane 5 as she makes her way back here to the finish line. She soft touches for her first place position. Lane 4, Stella McCurdy will take second with another soft touch. And as we said, Carolyn Casterton for Neptune in lane 3 will finish third. Heat number 2. This is event 35, mixed 8 and under, 100-yard IM. Lane 2, Clarabelle Worsham for Riptide. This is an all Riptide heat, by the way. Savannah Scrafford is in lane 3. Lane 4, Nicholas Reese. Lane 5, Darren Schmidt. Lane 6, Fiona Prill. Lane 7, Gwyneth Herman. Taking the turn first appears to be lane 4. That'd be Nicholas Reese. Looks like lane 4, Nicholas Reese has taken the lead back over with his breaststroke, heading on back to the other end of the pool. Nicholas Reese has lengthened his lead now in lane 4. He should be able to finish first. Moving up a bit in lane 3 now is Savannah Scrafford, and she should finish second if she can keep this pace up. It's going to be a fight here. Lane 5 will take third place. That's Darren Schmidt. Next up is event 36, girls 9 to 10, 100-yard IM. This will be heat 1 of 4. Lane 3 is Grace Bierling for Lifetime. Lane 4, Quinn Hatelli, Riptide. Lane 5, Burke O'Donnell for Riptide. And lane 6, Isla Grange for Riptide. Lane 4, Quinn Hatelli with Riptide is in the lead here as she makes the final turn here and heads her way back to the finish line. She will finish first in lane 4. Looks like second is going to be lane 6 at the moment. Lane 6 is Isla Grange with Riptide. And looks like third place will be lane 3, which is Grace Bierling with Lifetime.
Number 2.
Next up is heat number 2. Again, there are 4 heats in this event. Lane 1, Finley Reeves, Aquajets. Lane 3, Olivia Rooney, Riptide. Lane 4, Layla Sheets, Riptide. Lane 5, Addie Vitas, Riptide. Lane 6, Eliza Grossen, Aquajets. Lane 7, JoJo Blondes with Riptide. Lane 8, Izzy Rudner, Riptide. It's a pretty tight race. Does look like lane 6 is leading the pack at the moment. That'd be JoJo Blondes from Riptide. And she is. Second position right now is lane 4. Lane 4 is Layla Sheets. We're going to have to wait to see who's in third. It's anybody's game. I saw an official's hand go up, so I'm not sure what happened there, but never good. Lane 4 is making some tracks here, catching up to JoJo Blondes. However, JoJo Blondes is still leading the pack. JoJo Blondes will easily take. Swimmers get set. Heat number 3 starts with lane 1, Helen Higginbotham for Riptide. Lane 2, Jessica Yang, Riptide. Lane 3, Ellie Sidaros, Riptide. Lane 4, Nicole Cambry, Riptide. Lane 5, Grace Cross, Lifetime. Lane 6, Kayla Schroeder, Riptide. Lane 7, Vivi Acosta, Riptide. Lane 8, Aria Linsmeyer, Riptide.
Good to see you, bud.
Ellie Sidaros is now in command of her lead here in lane 3. Second place is anybody's game as they make their way back here to the finish line. Ellie Sidaros, lane 3, will finish first. Second place will be lane 5. That's Grace Cross with Lifetime. Third place goes to lane 2. That's Jessica Yang with Riptide.
Heat number 4.
Next up is heat number 4. This is the final heat of event 36, girls 9 to 10, 100-yard IM. Lane 1, Freya Simmering, Riptide.
Lane 1 is Freya, Riptide.
Lane 2, Aria Leisinger, Riptide. Lane 3, Morgan Sims, Riptide. Lane 4, Alice Gaffke, Riptide. Lane 5, Lauren Bach, Riptide. Lane 6, Dalen Schmidt, Riptide. Lane 7, Graceland Betts, Neptune. Lane 8, Ruby Dallin, Riptide. Lane 4 is in the lead. Lane 4 is Alice Gaffke, for those of you watching at home. Right on her heels is lane 5. That's Lauren Bach from Riptide as well. And then third place is kind of a fight between lanes 2 and 6. We'll have to see what happens there. Lane 2 is Aria Leisinger. Lane 6 is Dalen Schmidt. Definitely holding her lead in lane 4 is Alice Gaffke. And she should finish first in lane 4, followed by Lauren Bach in lane 5 for second place. Lane 6 appears to be coming in for third place. That's Dalen Schmidt from Riptide. And fourth position goes to lane 2. Lane 2 belongs to Aria Leisinger from Riptide. Next up is event 37. This is boys 9 to 10, 100-yard IM. This is a 2-heat event with heat 1 having 2 teams, Neptune and Riptide, represented. Into the water they go. Lane 3 is Ashton Yender with Neptune. Lane 4 is William Yang with Riptide. And lane 5 is Joe Howie with Riptide. William Zhang is in the lead in lane 4 for Riptide. Very closely followed by lane 3. That's Ashton Yender from Neptune. Joe Howie is in third place in lane 5. It's great to see the kids cheering him on as well as the crowd here. It's been a pretty active crowd. Finishing first will be William Zhang with Riptide in lane 4 with a soft touch. Second place will belong to lane 3, Ashton Yender from Neptune. And then right behind is Joe Howie for third place in lane 5. Neptune. Lane 3, Will Kohler, Riptide. Lane 4, Lucas Carr, Aquajets. Lane 5, Julian Stump, Lifetime. Lane 6, Elliot Lesh, Riptide. Lane 7, Teddy Johnson, Lifetime. In the lead is lane 4. That's Lucas Carr with the Aquajets. Very close behind, though, is lane 5. That's Julian Stump with Lifetime. Be interesting to see what happens here. Turning at almost the exact same time was lane 3. That was Will Kohler. Let's see what kind of progress he can make on this to try and take over that second position. They'll finish. First place, Lucas Carr with the Aquajets in lane 4. Julian Stump, lane 5, comes in second with Lifetime. And Will Kohler in lane 3 comes in third for Riptide. Next up is event 38, girls 11 to 12, 100-yard IM. This is a 5-heat event. This will be heat number 1. Lane 1 is Anna Spitzik, Riptide. Leading so far in the race is lane number 2. That's Bella Blondes with Riptide as she makes the turn. Right on her heels, though, in lane 3 is Brynja Bolstrom from Lifetime. Bella Blondes makes the turn first at the other end of the pool in lane 2. Very closely followed by Brynja Bolstrom in lane 3. However, won't be enough because lane 2 will take first. That's Bella Blondes. Lane 3, Brynja Bolstrom will take second. And third will go to lane 4 with Annabelle Schultz and a soft touch. Next up is heat number 2 of event 38. Into the water they go. Lane 1, Maddie Carter with Riptide. Lane 2 is Sophia Renata with Riptide. Lane 3 is Mia Anderson, Riptide. Lane 4 is Julia Westholder, Riptide. Lane 5, Megan Siegler, Riptide. Lane 6, Addie Jensen, Neptune. Lane 7, Hazel Bolton, Riptide. Lane 8, Lily Crawford with Riptide. As they make their way back here, it's pretty close for first place here. I'm telling you, it's going to be hard to call it until we see who touches at the turn. Looks to me like lane 5 will turn first. But it's really close with lane 1. Lane 1, by the way, is Maddie Carter. Lane 5 is Megan Siegler. But boy, they are very, very evenly paced. Down at the other end of the pool, taking the turn first, is going to be lane 3. As she comes on back, that's Mia Anderson with Riptide. Next up is heat number 3. And again, there's 5 heats in this event. Into the water they go. Lane 1, Bryn Palmer, Riptide. Lane 3, Allison Tobias, Neptune. Lane 4, Megan Rucci with Riptide. Lane 5, Braylon Bjork, Riptide. Lane 6, Claire McKinley, Riptide. Lane 7, Elliot Rikulski, Lifetime. And lane 8, so Claire McKinley finishes first in lane 6, followed by the rest of the pack. Next up is heat number 4.
Heat number 4.
There we go, heat number 4. Swimmers are set. Lane 1, Chelsea Graw with Riptide. Lane 2, Emmy Plone with Riptide. Lane 3, Sophia Hieronymus, Riptide. Lane 4, Mia Barton, Riptide. Lane 5, Emma Dirksen, Riptide. Lane 6, Emmy Dietz, Riptide. Pretty close here for second. We'll have to see what happens. Mia Barton makes the turn first, is holding on to her lead in lane 4. She should be able to hold on to that all the way to the finish here. And she will finish first, followed by lane 3, and that's Sophia Hieronymus from Riptide. And third place goes to lane 7, and that's Devin Yender from Neptune. Next up is heat number 5. This will be the final heat of event 38, girls 11 to 12, 100-yard IM.
Heat 5.
Into the water they go. Lane 1 is Madison McKinney, Riptide. Lane 2 is Ava Veldman, Riptide. Lane 3, Nora Behrens, Riptide. Lane 4, Alyssa Bauer, Riptide. Lane 5, Madeline Carr, Aquajets. Lane 6, Lily Schwant. It's a struggle and a fight for second position here, so we'll have to see what happens at the other end of the pool. Let's take a look. Okay, lane 3 took the turn after Alyssa, so she's in second place. That's Nora Behrens with Riptide. Lane 4, Alyssa Bauer will come in first place in lane 4, followed by lane 3. That's Nora Behrens. Third place is going to go to lane 8. That's Iris Pavoni from Riptide. Next up will be event 39. Lane 1, Aiden Coe, Riptide. Lane 2 is Connor Brown with Riptide. Lane 5 is Mason Francis with Riptide. And lane 6, Kieran Sokoli, Riptide. Hey, they're all with Riptide. Aiden, Connor, and Mason, all of which do not have times for this swim. This will be their first time. It will be interesting to see how they finish. And Kieran apparently is a no-show. I did not see him in the pool, so I'll cross him off the list. So we just have lanes 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and we got another official's hand up. Again, not good. I'll call it as I see it right now, though. Swimmers are doing a nice job here as they do their breaststroke down to the other end of the pool. Right now, Connor Brown is in the lead in lane 4. Second place is Mason Francis, and third place is Aiden Coe in lane 3. Here they come back to the finish line. And lane 4, Connor Brown will touch first, followed by lane 5, Mason Francis. And third to touch is going to be Aiden Coe in lane 3. Heat number 2 is next. Again, there's 3 heats in event 39. Lane 1, Alex Siegler, Riptide. Lane 2, Ivan Kircher, Riptide. Lane 3, Ethan Fisher, Neptune. Lane 4, Henry Guys, Aquajets. Lane 5, Arogya Thapa, Riptide. Lane 6, Ethan Witrowski, Riptide. Lane 7, Liam Johnson, Lifetime. And let's see here, lane 5 is in the lead. That's Arogya. That's not really a surprise for those of us that have been watching today. Arogya's been doing some great swimming. I would say that lane 4 is in second place. That's Henry Guys from Aquajets. Arogya makes his way back to the starting spot here for his finish. He will finish first. He is in lane 5. Looks like lane 4, Henry Guys will touch next for second. And in Lane 3, Ethan Fisher with Neptune. He'll finish third. Next up is Heat 3. This is our final heat of event 39. We're getting there, folks. Lane 1, Sam Patterson with Riptide. Lane 2, Lucas Jones, Aquajets. Lane 3, Ian Dokniak, Lifetime. Lane 5, Micah DeBelts, Riptide. Lane 6, Eli Thuft, Riptide. Lane 7, Logan Wolf, Riptide. Lane 8, Charlie Johnson with Riptide.
Lane 7, Logan, Riptide. Lane 8, Charlie, Riptide.
Lane 5, Micah DeBelts is in the lead once again as he takes the turn and goes into his breaststroke towards the other end of the pool. It's a pretty tight race here for second place. I'd say between lane 3 and 6, but we'll have to see who takes the turn. Lane 3 is Ian Dokniak, and lane 6 is Eli Thuft from Riptide. Micah DeBelts in lane 5 has a commanding lead, and he will definitely finish first as he comes back to the other end of the pool and touches. Finishing second is going to be lane 6. That's Eli Thuft. And third will go to lane 3. That's Ian Dokniak from Lifetime. In lane 3, Samantha Nelson with Lifetime. Lane 4, Manrup Carr with Lifetime. And lane 5, Neno Cifuentes, Neptune. Samantha Nelson with Lifetime is in the lead in lane 3. In second place is Manrup Carr from Lifetime. And right now in lane 5, Neno Cifuentes is he's in third place. They are maintaining that pace. Okay, coming back to the finish line here. Heat number 2 of event 40, girls 13 and over, 100-yard IM. This is a mostly Riptide event, all except for lane 7. In lane 2, Natalie DeGainer, Riptide. Lane 3, Emma Leonard, Riptide. Lane 4, Eden Wolf, Riptide. Lane 5, Nika Gobati, Riptide. Lane 6, Lauren Ho, Riptide. Lane 7, Brooklyn Sticka with Neptune. Oh, it's a pretty close match, I'd say here. Hard to call a leader at this time. Lane 4, 5, and 6 are really neck and neck. Let's see who turns first. Very close. Wow, it's hard to call. All right, starting to pull ahead now. In lane 6 is Lauren Ho with Riptide. very closely followed by lane 4, Eden Wolf with Riptide. And in third position is lane 5, Nika Gubati. And Lauren Ho in lane 6 will take first, followed by Eden Wolf in lane 4 with second. And lane 5, Nika Gubati, will take third. Next up is heat number 3. This is an all Riptide heat. Heat 1, Ilona Delaney. Lane 2, Josephina Doe. Lane 3, Kate Lebo. Lane 4, Isabel Gurman. Lane 5, Claire Krieg. Lane 6, Claire Krieg. Lane 5, Claire Krieg. Lane 6, Emily Samsel. Lane 7, Ava Fortier. And lane 8, Zoe Faust. This is a very evenly paced race. It's basically one big line swimming all the way to the other end of the pool here while they do the breaststroke. However, we do have lane 2 that turned first. That's Josephina Doe. You guys are going to have to watch this one to the finish. We're going to have to look at the photo finish, I think, on this one. All right. Lane 3 comes in first. That's Kate Lebo. Lane 4 comes in second. That's Isabel Gurman. And third place goes to lane 2. That's Josephina Doe. Next up is heat number 4 of 5. Lane 1, Isabel Rosenberg, Riptide. Lane 2, Ava Kolik, Neptune. Lane 3, Vivian Lenson, Riptide. Lane 4, Ashla Miranda Lyman with Neptune. Lane 5, Madeline Byrne, Riptide. Lane 6, Katie Rucci with Riptide. Lane 7, Jenna O'Keefe, Riptide. Lane 8, Jessica Bach, Riptide. Lane 5 is leading at this time. That's Madeline Byrne with Riptide. She heads her way down to the other end of the pool. Second place is hard to tell. Could be lane 3, could be lane 5. Lane 3 is Vivian Lenson with Riptide. Lane 6 is Katie Rucci. No, we got it now. Coming to the finish, we see that in lane 5 is going to finish first. That's Madeline Byrne. Finishing second is going to be lane 3. That's Vivian Lenson. And third is going to be lane 2. That's Ava Kolik. Fourth place goes to lane 6. That's Katie Rucci.
Number 5.
Next up is heat number 5. This is the final heat of event 40. Lane 1, Alexis Day, Neptune. Lane 2, Ferris Gotti, Riptide. Lane 3, Carolyn DeLuca, Neptune. Lane 4, Carolyn Mulrooney, Riptide. Lane 5, Catherine Bonneville, Riptide. Lane 6, Maddie Lindgren, Riptide. Lane 7, Lila Saltzman, Riptide. Lane 8, Olivia Howie, Riptide.
Lane 2 is Ferris from Riptide. Lane 3, Carolyn from Neptune. Lane 4, Caroline from Riptide. Lane
Looks like leading the pack is lane 4. That's Carolyn Mulrooney. Carolyn Mulrooney in lane 4 takes the turn first, followed by Catherine Bonneville in second place as they make their way back to the starting line here to finish the race. Caroline Mulrooney, lane 4, will finish first. Catherine Bonneville in lane 5 will finish second. Third is going to go to lane 3. That's Carolyn DeLuca with Neptune. Next up is event 41. Event 41 is boys 13 and over, 100-yard IM. This is a 2-heat event. We are almost to the end here, folks. Thanks for sticking with us and through all the trials and tribulations of our struggles with the internet and everything else. Lane 3 is Preston Calnan with Riptide. Lane 4, Cameron Andrewson, Riptide. And lane 5, Eben Brinkley with Riptide. Preston Calnan in lane 3 is leading the pack, followed by Eben Binkley, rather. And in third place is Cameron Andrewson at this time. Preston Calnan continues to lead the pack here in lane 3, followed by Cameron Andrewson in lane 4, and Eben Binkley in lane 5. I believe that is how they're going to finish for 1, 2, and 3, and they do. Preston Calnan in lane 3 takes first. Cameron Andrewson in lane 3 will take second. And Eben Binkley in lane 3 will take third. Next up is heat number 2. This is the final heat of event 41. Lane 1, Cameron Peterson with Riptide. Lane 2, Pearson Crick with Riptide. Lane 3, Henry Watercott, Lifetime. Lane 4, Grant Seelig, Riptide. Lane 5, Sam Schwant, Aquajets. Lane 6, Lucas Melrose, Aquajets. Lane 7, Alex Sorum, Riptide. Lane 8, Aiden Fitch, Riptide.
Lane 7, Alex. Riptide. Lane 8, Aiden.
Grant Seelig from Riptide in lane 4 has a commanding lead. And if you can keep this up, he will win this race. Second place is kind of a struggle between lanes 3, 5, and 6. Lane 3, by the way, is Henry Watercott. Sam Schwant, lane 5, and 6 is Lucas Melrose. Lane 4, Grant Seelig does take first place. Second place goes to lane 3, that's Henry Watercott. Third place goes to lane 5, that's Sam Schwant with the Aquajets. All right, next up, event 42. Event 42 is mixed 8 and under 100-yard freestyle. This is a 2-heat event, and this will be the last event of our short events, because after that is our 500-yard freestyles. So this one is a 100-yard freestyle. Heat number 1. Lane 2, Elodie Weatherman for Riptide. Lane 3, Lauren Calmy, Riptide. Lane 4, Ben Kohler, Riptide. Lane 5, Harrison Carr, Aquajets. Lane 6, Molly Engen with Riptide.
Lane 6, Molly. Riptide.
Pretty evenly paced race so far between 3, 4, and 5. That's Lauren Calmy, Ben Kohler, and Harrison Carr. Harrison Carr takes the turn first, however, so he's slightly in the lead. As they head back down to the other end of the pool, Harrison Carr, lane 5, is in first place, followed by Ben Kohler in lane 4. And in third place would be lane 3, Lauren Calmy. That pace continues as they make their way back to the finish line here. Harrison Carr from Aquajets is leading his way back. Second place will go to Ben Kohler for Riptide. And third place will go to Lauren Calmy in lane 3 for Riptide. Next up is heat number 2. This is the final heat of event 42. Again, this is mixed 8 and under 100-yard freestyle.
Heat number 2.
Lane 1, Liliana Breyer with Lifetime. Lane 2, Laura Major, Riptide. Lane 3, Emily Graw, Riptide. Lane 4, Darren Schmidt, Riptide. Lane 4, Savannah Scrafford, Riptide. Lane 6, Nicholas Reese, Riptide. Lane 7, Elizabeth Meyer, Riptide. Lane 8, Santa Roy, Riptide. Darren Schmidt is leading the pack in lane 4. He took the turn first as he heads down to the other end of the pool. Second place is kind of a fight between several of the other lanes. We'll have to see who can kind of make their way quickest down the other end of the pool. Hard for me to call at this time. Simultaneously, lane 2 and lane 5 turned for second place at the other end of the pool. It'll be a fight to the finish for them. However, it will not be a challenge for first place, for that will go to lane number 4, and that's Darren Schmidt with his soft touch. Second place is going to go to lane number 5, Savannah Scrafford. And lane number 2, Elora Major for Riptide, will take third. Again, a lot of soft touches there, but that is how it worked its way out. All right, folks. We are at that time. We have the final 2 events. The first event will be event 43. Event 43 is the girls' 500-yard freestyle. Event 43 will have 4 heats in it. And event 44 will only have 2 heats in it. So we've got 6 heats of swimming left for you here. We're getting our counters set down at the other end of the pool. The swimmers appreciate you hanging with us here to watch them to the end and through all the things we've been through together today. I see them preparing down there, getting set.
Event 43, girls 500-yard freestyle. Thanks for sticking around, everybody. Heat number 1.
This will be heat number 1 of 4 for again event 43. This is girls 500-yard freestyle. 500 yards is quite the feat, if you ask me. The girls are getting set, and into the water they go. All right, in lane 1, Megan Englert for Aquajets. Lane 2, Lily Sisson for Riptide. Lane 3, Gwen Moore, Riptide.
Lane 1, Isla. Lane number 2, Harris. Lane 3, Lily.
I'm hearing that there's been some changes here to the teams, so I'm not sure exactly who's swimming.
Lane 7, Catherine.
So,
Lane 8.
I'm going to let us listen to Mike O'Keefe here in the on the PA, as he seems to have an updated list of who's swimming. So. All right, I'm going to see if I can get a hold of the correct sheet. I'll get the names here read off to you. Who's swimming? I believe in lane 1, it's Isla George. I think I can recognize her from here. Luckily, with the 500, there's plenty of time to get some more names read off. Crowd's starting to thin here as we get to these big events. Most of the swimmers are done for the day. Ferris Gotti, rather. Lane 3 is Lily Sisson. Lane 4 is Caroline Mulrooney. Lane 5 is Claire Kinseth. Lane 6 is Addison Pavick. Let me start that over because I think the internet cut out. Lane 1 is Isla George. Lane 2 is Ferris Gotti. Lane 2 is Lily Sisson. Lane All right, I'm struggling with the internet once again, trying to make this a more difficult swim than it already is. If you didn't hear it, I'm going to try one more time. Lane 1 is Isla George. Lane 2, Ferris Gotti. Lane 3, Lily Sisson. Lane 4, Caroline Mulrooney. Lane 5, Claire Kinseth. Lane 6, Addison Pavick. Lane 7, Kath. Finishing first was lane 4, Caroline Mulrooney. Finishing second was lane 5, Claire Kinseth. Finishing third is lane 3, Lily Sisson. Finishing fourth is lane 7, Catherine Bonneville. All right, heat number 2. Hopefully this one doesn't cut out as much. In lane 1 is Sarah Lindner for Riptide. Lane 2, Lila Saltzman, Riptide. Lane 3, Sophie Bissick, Neptune. Lane 4, Amy Birmingham, Riptide. Lane 5, Katie Rucci with Riptide. Lane 6, Sydney Sadlak, Riptide. Lane 7, Savannah Kirchhoff, Riptide. Lane 8, Iris Polvoni with Riptide. They are all pretty evenly paced as they go back and forth here, at least at this stage of the game. Got a few of them that have pulled out ahead a little bit, but it's anybody's game in a swim this long. Lanes 1, 2, and 4 are keeping fairly even pace. Lane 1 is Sarah Lindner. Lane 2 is Lila Saltzman. And lane 4 is Amy Birmingham. Looks to me like Amy Birmingham is pulling ahead a little bit now. Just as I say that, though, lane 1, Sarah Lindner, starts to make up some tracks. I still think that Amy Birmingham is pulling ahead in lane 4. So she is barely leading this. When they come back down to the other end of the pool here, we'll switch to the other camera, see if we can get a better look here at the turns. Yes, Amy Birmingham is leading in lane 4. She takes the turn first, followed by lane 1. That's Sarah Lindner. And very closely by the rest. Well, let's watch a little bit of swimming here while we wait to see what happens. Mike O'Keefe is out there cheering on Katie Rucci. By the way, folks, Mike O'Keefe is our PA announcer here in the pool area. Here we go. Lane 4 will take the bell first here. Lane 4 is Amy Birmingham with Riptide. She will make her way down to the other end of the pool for the last time. And here she comes. So Amy will finish first in lane 4, followed by lane 5. That's Katie Rucci, who made a heck of a comeback there. And third place will go to lane number 1, which is Sarah Lindner. Wow. That is one heck of a swim that these girls did. Let me tell you.
Heat number 3.
All right. Next up is heat number 3. This is the final heat of event 43 for the girls 500-yard freestyle. Into the water they go. Lane 1 is Lily Jones for the Aquajets. Lane 2 is Ava Gullickson for Riptide. Lane 3, Emmy Plone, Riptide. Lane 4, Ava Veldman, Riptide. Lane 5, Emma Paul, Riptide. Lane 6, Lauren Ho, Riptide. Lane 7, Rosie Small, Lifetime. And lane 8 is Mary DePrisco, Aquajets.
Eva from Riptide. Lane 3, Emmy, Riptide. Lane 4, Eva from Riptide. Lane 5, Emma, Riptide. Lane 6, Lauren, Riptide. Lane 7, Rosie Small from Lifetime. Lane 8.
Boy, I think I'm seeing lane 6 in the lead here. Lane 6 will be Lauren Ho from Riptide. Very closely followed by lane 4. Lane 4 is Ava Veldman, also from Riptide, by the way. And at this point, third place would be lane 5. Lane 5 belongs to Emma Paul from Riptide as well. A lot of swimming left. There's still a pretty good crowd here. Oftentimes, this is where we have just a few left, so I'm glad to see that we've got a decent crowd of parents left supporting our swimmers. And of course, those of you watching online, we all appreciate that as well. Well, they're getting there, folks. Well, I like to see that. I see my daughter counting down in lane 2 for one of the swimmers. Unfortunately, you can't see her. She's blocked by the pole. My daughter Megan. Okay, lane 6 takes the bell. Lane 6 is, of course, Lauren Ho. She will come in first at this pace. Pretty exciting. She's on her final lap, makes the turn, and she's coming on home.
Down the stretch, here we go.
Wow, that was something. Lane 4, Ava Veldman finished first with a 2:62, and coming in second in lane 6 was Lauren Ho. Lauren had a 2:62.7. Wow, they were very close. That was very tight. And third place went to lane 5. Lane 5 was Emma Paul. Emma Paul came in with a 6:39.04. Thousandths of a second there, though, between first and second. That's something. We're going to wait here. We've got a couple of lanes still going, but again, lane 4 came in first, and that's Ava Veldman. She's from Riptide. She got a 6:26 and 21 thousandths. And second place was Lauren Ho in lane 6, and she came in with a 6:26 and 27 thousandths. Here comes the rest of the swimmers home as they're cheered on. All right, here it is. This is the last event. Event 44. This is the boys' 400-yard freestyle. There'll be 2 heats. This is heat number 1.
Here we go. Event 44, boys 500-yard
You know, heat number 2 only has a couple of swimmers. It'll be interesting to see if all these swimmers held out. But we'll see. This is heat 1 as the boys get ready for the 500-yard freestyle. Into the water they go. Lane 1 is Cameron Peterson with Riptide. Lane 2, Tucker Case, Riptide. Lane 3, Mackenzie Schroeder, Riptide. Lane 4 is Wesley Cross with Lifetime. Lane 5 is Nikita Grinberg, Riptide. Lane 6 is Aiden Guys, Aquajets. And lane 7 is Lucas Maileros with Aquajets.
Lane 7, Lucas from Aquajets.
And lane 7, by the way, I believe is Lucas Maileros. All right, let's watch some swimming here. Right now, it looks like lane 4 is leading the pack. Lane 4 is Wesley Cross, and he is from Lifetime. His previous time is a 5:42.02. Be interesting to see how he does against that time. Right behind him is lane 3. Lane 3 is Mackenzie Schroeder. Mackenzie is with Riptide. His previous time was a 6:15.88 for this event. In lane 5, third position at this time is Nikita Grinberg. Nikita's with Riptide, and Nikita's time previously was a 5:42.18. A lot of swimming left here. Still leading the way is lane 4, Wesley Cross. All right, we're almost to the end of the race here as he takes the bell for his final lap down and back. So finishing first was lane 4, Wesley Cross with Lifetime with a 5:26.84. It's a nice improvement on his previous time of 5:42.02. Coming in second is lane 3. That's Mackenzie Schroeder with Riptide. He finished with a 5:43.56. Again, previously it is 6:15.88. And in lane 5, in third place is Nikita Grinberg, finishing with a 5:46.52. And previously Nikita had a 5:42.18.
All right, let's return the favor. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause here to wrap up this 500. Let's walk them home. Here we go. We're so close.
All right, coming to the finish here. Final spot.
Heat number 2, this is it.
And there is a heat number 2, as we previously alluded to. The swimmers hung around. They're glad to see you hanging around. And the 2 swimmers are in the water. In lane 3 is David DePrisco from Aquajet. And lane 5 is Gus Green from Lifetime.
Swimming in lane 5, Gus Green from Lifetime. I know many of you are still here listening. If any assistance that you can provide on the way out, from much appreciated. Any chairs at the end of the pool decks? Trash, concession area, bleacher area.
All right, we'll watch the swimmers here for a little bit. Enjoy the swim, and I'll be back in just a few moments.
See a couple people that volunteered to sweep the bleachers here at the end. That'd be great.
Well, we're getting there, folks. In a race like this, you're really racing against yourself and your previous time, but neither of these guys have previous time, so this is a first-time swim for them. And right now, David DePrisco of the Aquajets in lane 3 is getting the bell for his final lap. I'll tell you, that's an exciting feeling, taking your first bell on something this long. And both swimmers are swimming great and are very, very close to each other, about a half a length of pool difference. We'll switch back to the start cam here as David comes back to the finish line. And here he comes, David DePrisco of Aquajets in lane 3 will finish with a 6:48.81. Here comes Gus Green in lane 5, and he's with Lifetime, and he will finish with a 7:04.99. Great swim. Folks, I want to thank you all today for watching. Thanks so much. We appreciate it, and we hope you enjoyed it. And next time, we hope to have some of the glitches worked out. So have a great rest of your weekend, and we will see you here next time. And thanks again from Riptide, the Aquajets, Lifetime Swim, and Neptune Aquatics. We will see you next time.